Live it up. Live it up. Live it up. Live it up. Hi, everyone. Hi, friends. Hi. There we go. Oh, it's gonna be a cavalcade of fitness fun. We're gonna get gifts. Nothing gives. Let's actually do good old-fashioned jumping jacks. These friggin' things. Who doesn't like jumping jacks? Hey, gun to my head, I couldn't tell you what could possibly be the root of the name jumping jacks. What would you think? I couldn't even guess. Gun to my head. Now, these guys, just tiny little split jumps like that. You keep jumping jacking. Oh, you're already warm.
Like,
Alice is doing a 3 a day.
yeah, for the record, I just finished a HIIT class.
So you can actually, you could
I could follow you. I could follow you what you're doing.
Come to that. Who, by the way, if these are too tough, just do this. Just lateral little half squat. And once you've done like 10, do the other way. Just a little half squat. If that's not too taxing, go back to the jumping jacks. And same with the split jumps. So this is what the rest of us are doing. If that's a little much, just do like an alternating forward lunge. See that? Just alternating. We're up these now. 20 more seconds of these guys. I'm going to go back to the split jumps.
I drank too much water.
Why?
Because I was thirsty after the class.
I get that. One more little round of jumperoos. Gotta get the heart rate up. And one more time, split jumps. Which you'll notice really ain't much different than a jump jack. My calves are aware of yesterday's little relevates. Remember I said that yesterday? I was like, just doing these I would feel. I do. I never do no calves. I know nothing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're walking out. You're going to walk out into a high plank and then walk back. If that's too tough, pick a surface. This is probably too easy, right? That's too high. But if you have a couch or something, just walk out onto that. You'll see what I mean. Down like so. 1 and a 2, and a 1 and a 2. Hold your plank for a second, and then walk back. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Walk, 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 walk. And so again, if that's a little much to go all the way to the floor, consider using a couch or a bed. Bed is probably best. The layout probably works better. Or if you don't like the idea of that, maybe just make your way down to a plank, and in that position, perhaps just try this motion, or even on the knees, doing opposite shoulder taps. Those are your options for regressions. 2 more walkouts. A 1 and a 2 and a 1, a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. Last time.
These are one of my favorite exercises.
You're good at this kind of stuff.
I just like the way it feels.
Yeah. All right. Just for a moment, reach those arms up and back. Just like so. Just reach. Big old reach. Breathe if you can. Tight glutes. Chest up. Good. Roll down. And just hang for a moment. Drop your knee. Bend your knees a little. Dropping your hips. And let your knees straighten. And just kind of hang there. One more time. Bend the knees. And straighten them. And bring your way back up. And again, reach back. Back. But tight. But tight. And one more time, down you go. Hang. Hang, man. Just chill out a second. All right, a quick side plank. So walk out. Let's do this variation. You're on your left hand in this case. Top foot is in front. This hand is available to touch if you need, or you can be here or up here. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your hips high, so no sagging like that. Keep your hips forward. 3, 2, right to the other side. If this is too tough for you, you can also go to your elbow, or you can be on your knees like that. Elbow isn't necessarily any easier. For some it is, for some it's like the hand that's the troublesome part, like just the palm bearing all that weight where the wrist doesn't like it. 5, 4, 3, 2, downward dog. Just hold for a moment. Drive your chest toward your knees. Keep the good arch to your back. Return to regular plank for a second. Press your shoulders forward. Now retract your shoulder blades. Elbows stay stiff. Press your shoulders forward, still with locked elbows, and then let them retract. And now press and up into the downward dog again. Drive your chest toward your thighs. Couple of breaths. Inhale. With that exhale, press a little farther toward your knees. Keep that neck long. Think of spinning the inside of your arms forward. So not like this, not like a gorilla, other way around. Rotate them outward, external rotation. And one more time, regular plank. Super tight butt. Now come down to your forearms. Squeeze your elbows toward each other. Create pressure in the floor. Butt cheeks super tight. Crack the walnut betwixt the cheeks. 5, 4, pull those ribs in. 3, lock the knees out. 2, and rest. 4 kneeling squats. Lean over. Rise up. Hey, giggles.
That was an interesting cue you gave
Which one?
about the walnut.
The walnut.
Yeah, that was,
How else are you gonna get walnut butter?
that was interesting.
Option B is pretend I'm trying to take a walnut out of your butt cheeks.
Yeah, no, not.
And you're no, that's
Not.
the first one's less bad.
Yeah.
Time to work out. Push up option 1. Good old fashioned push ups on the floor just to warm up. 10. If that's a little much for you, do them on an incline. This would be nice and easy for some. Maybe pick a couch. Here we go. 10 push ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Push-up is like really close to being like a palindrome. It sounds like one, like phonetically, push up, but it didn't quite.
Not quite. Very close though.
Get yourself some yoga blocks, or if you have a big old dictionary or 2, you want the same height, because I would like you to attempt deficit push-ups. That's where you're going to drop your chest below your hands. So if you have a couple of little parallettes, that's even better. But who got those? Yeah. Thank you, friendly friend. All right. Catch your breath a moment longer. So, these guys, again, or some 2x4s, or some libros. You got some collected works of Ernest Hemingway? No, who's a bit longer read? I don't know. You have any Melville lying around? You got Moby Dick lying around? Corrections, you have that? Everybody has the corrections. I don't know anyone who's read it, but we all have it. That Middlesex, Eugene Netties or something. I've got those. Never read them. It's a failing, I know. Okay, we've rested long enough. You ready? So this would be harder. This would be a little bit easier. This would be stupid, because you would probably hurt yourself. And away we go. Failure. Okay? Max reps. Get the chest to go below your hands. And when I say failure, I mean it. So if you're using an incline, you could also consider the arms of a chair because that not only does that provide you with the incline, it lets you get below your hands, lets you go to a deficit. So you're stretching your pecs more. Now, strength training to failure in like say the 1 to 5, maybe 8 reps, you just kind of can't do anymore. This for me right now is a little more in between. It's kind of glycolytic failure or lactic failure. It's the boobies scream at me after a while. They just hurt. I'm gonna do a few more though. There's mechanical failure. That's where you just physically can't move it. It doesn't hurt. Ugh. And then there's, even though we've kind of disproven that, we've debunked the idea that it's lactic acid that is the cause of pain. It is associated with the sensation of pain, so we'll still say lactic failure. That is the feeling in the muscle that you are working. And it's telling you, stop using me, for I am suffering. David Foster Wallace, that guy, David Foster Wallace, who I know I should read, Infinite Jest.
Yes.
That's a big book. Do you have that? Any big books? Big ones. Any Tolstoy? The only problem with books, the cover can kind of go bleh, like that. So just be careful. How'd you do over there? Alice was clever. She used the couch. She removed the center cushion. This was her idea. How'd that work?
Worked out well.
The wrists didn't mind it.
Wrists didn't mind it. Ribs would go all the way down to the frame. And I'd struggle bus, push my way back up. But I feel that that's the goal.
That is the goal. Let's do some hollow bodies in between. I have selected an exercise I am piss poor at which I am piss poor. All right, away we go. So you roll your low back into the floor. I am not good at it. I tend to be very flumpy. You want it to be nice and smooth. You should look like a bowl that's on the ground, just rocking back and forth. We don't want to see this. See, I kicked my legs up and now I just sat up too high. You want to stay low and preserve the same crescent shape. I'm beginning to wane. Like a crescent moon, I am waning. 5 more. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, do you remember the 80s when you stuck your toes under your bed to do crunches? We're gonna do that. You don't have to, don't do it.
I like it. You're going to actually use our bed.
Yeah, well, it might not be firm enough. It does lift a little. If you have a partner, they can hold your feet down. I kind of like this idea because it only gives me a little bit of help. But I'm just going to bang out a few reps like this. Let's say 4 more.
Do you remember the presidential physical fitness test?
You remember that thing?
I would always do the most sit-ups.
Good for you.
I couldn't run the mile, but I would do the sit-ups.
Now you can.
Yeah, I could run the mile. I just like...
You were too cool for school about that.
That wasn't that. I was lazy.
Well, if you're not an endurance athlete, miles are actually really tough. Like, we adapt to them quickly once we decide to put our mind to it and get good at them, but in the beginning, they suck.
Yeah. And it wasn't, I just was like anti-running.
I did cross country 1 year in school. Hated every second of it. Don't know why I did it. And I remember the first race, we all completely forgot to listen to the coach's orders. Every single practice, you pace yourself. That's like day 1. That's like, you don't even have to take cross country to know that.
Right.
We all forgot. Not just us, but like the other school too. We all went, we sprinted off the line. Like idiots. And we were all like, and we all did terribly. There's like the guys in the back were like, look at those losers. They're never gonna catch it. And they won.
Fun.
You know? It wasn't tortoise in the hare, it was tortoise and the idiots. Well, I guess the moral of that book is he is an idiot.
Yes.
That's part of it. We rested enough?
Yes.
Because she just came from a hit class, so she's still in hit mode. They're
We're
like,
good. I'm not.
it's like this.
Yeah, I'm not coming from my office mode, which is normally weekend workouts are fun.
Same deal, folks. Shoot, fly. We have our windows open and no screen on that one. Okay, max rep, same deal. Deficit push-ups. So you're dropping below your hands. So I hope you found a couple of books. I mean, you can stack your books if you so choose. You have a bunch of Star Trek novels or something. Or non-canonical Star Wars novels. That was a big deal. You know, there was all these Star Wars books after the original movies, and then after the prequels came out. Well, then Disney bought up Star Wars and said, guess what, everybody? All those books are non-canon. And all the Star Wars fans went, what? They said, yeah, that's right. That made-up thing that you thought was real, it ain't. We're going to make up new stuff that's real. One more, I guess, for me. I still haven't seen the last one of those. I didn't at all like number 7. 8 was a little bit better. I'm not an Abrams fan. I think he's a hack. Alias was alright. Nothing else. So Lost looked like it was going to be alright. Turned out it was blown.
First season was great.
Anything could be great if you have no obligation to write an ending.
Yeah.
I could start a good mystery. Well, I probably couldn't, but
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A whodunit where even the author doesn't know who done it.
Yeah.
We'll ab again in a second. We want to basically make sure we get enough rest between these sets. So otherwise your push-ups will be far fewer than they could have been.
Yeah.
Because you're hot in lungs. And also the lactic fatigue. Like, let's say your goal was, how do I put it? I like doing the pause sets or the drop sets to really make that single set be extra tough, really good to get to failure. But then for the next set, make sure you've taken enough time. Don't just do a second set shortly after one of those kind of long pause sets. All right, ab time. Check it out. My fave, my absolute fave. Ugh. Alice knows the one.
Ah.
Arms are back. Feet together, knees apart. Swish your low back into the ground. Legs go forward. Maybe you touch the floor, maybe not. And then come back. The wrong way to do it is this. I allowed my ribs to pop out. The arms going back pulls my ribs up. So I fight that. I pull my ribs down. Then as my legs go forward, they're trying to tip my pelvis. My legs are bringing my pelvis with them. I'm fighting that. I'm staying tucked. Pretend you're wearing a belt. Point the belt buckle to your belly button. Belly button is pulling down a bit, and the belt buckle is going up toward it. Or just think pelvis and ribs stay connected. Gravity is trying to separate them. They're like star-crossed lovers, and society is gravity, trying to tear them apart. Oy. I'm just trying to distract everyone from the agony of abdominal training. And by everyone, I mean me. Probably not as bad for everybody. I just hate abs. Hate them. Wish we didn't have them. I wish from our chest to our midsection there was just nothing there. One more rep.
You don't mean that.
Right hand toward left and down, and switch and down. Right to left and down, left to right and down. Keep it going and down and
You
up.
don't mean the ab thing. Like, you
No, I
may
don't
not like them, but you know they need to exist.
All right, maybe but if not, like 8 of them, how about just 6? You know, whenever people say 6-pack, it's like, well, what's the matter with the other 2? How come they ain't showing?
Oh, I want to 8-pack.
And scene. We catch you the breath, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, resting for about another 30 seconds, during which time I'm going to explain your options for your next exercise. If you have no bands, you're going to be doing downward dog push-ups. That's just this. In downward dog or a pike shape, drive your head to the floor and then back up. If you're feeling super strong, keep those novellas that you located, set them up, and go between the books. Actually, novellas are small. That's if you don't have bands. If you do have bands, you're going to do a shoulder press. Double arm today. We ain't never done that.
Will you throw me one?
I will, but you know, you're not doing it yet. We still have another push-up to do. But yes, you can have that.
Okay, thank you.
So, there are different ways you can do this. You can use one band, put it underfoot, basically curl it up, and push. That might be a little much for some with this band. So you could go with this guy. It's a little bit lighter. Here's another option. You can, with one band or another band, or a thicker band, whatever, put it around your feet. Oh, I did that wrong. Put this band over it first, like so. Now it's over my feet. See that? This just makes it a little bit lighter. There's a way to slightly lessen the weight before just dropping a whole band. Okay? So you get the idea? It's a little bit easier. What I'm going to do, since I have multiple of the same band, I am going to step on 2 matching bands, not in color, but in tension. There's a lesson on grace in that, Alice. All colors, doesn't matter, underneath we're the same. Okay, so I've got 2 of the same tension, I'm just standing on them. That's what I plan to do for my overhead press, but I showed you the different options to change the weight. But before that, we have one final deficit push-up to do. All right. So grab your pair of toaster ovens or space heaters. Suitcases actually could work. I'm sorry, I'm only now thinking of that. And away we go. You ready?
They're hard case.
Huh? Yeah, hard case. Right. Good point. Okay, I'm going to change the angle too a little bit, just for kicks. With your push-ups, don't let your elbows fully flare to the side. Think of them being slightly tucked. Not all the way in, hitting your ribs, but also not way out to the side. Sort of split the difference, 45 degrees. If you like to mix it up, that's fine, but that should sort of be the starting point. I'm going to do one more, then take a mini break. I catch you the breath, yeah. How to know when you're at muscle failure. It's like that Supreme Court case. I don't know how to define pornography, but I know it when I see it. Think of it like that. Like, it burns. Maybe you also very noticeably are slowing down. Maybe form is breaking down. The previous rep maybe looked like this, a little bit of a worm, and now the next one looked like that. Okay, you're probably at about failure. Could you get 1 or 2 more reps? Yeah. If you're going to do this little pause set, I'd say you're allowed to not do those 2 other little reps. Even if you're not going to do the pause set. There's a bit to gain from those last 1 or 2, but if form is really a disaster, live to fight another day, IMO. Okay, we're shoulder pressing now. So before we do that though, because the arms did just work, quick refresher. You can just stand on your band. You can use another band in whatever capacity you want. You can take it long like this, or I think it makes a little more sense to do that. I put it over my right foot. Here, I'll show you this with 2, just for kicks. I put that band over, then I step on it, and now I've got just a little bit less tension than if I was standing on the band by itself. Makes sense? And because I've got 2 matching ones, I'm going to do that. If you have yet to order your kit, I would say get on it. But consider eventually getting matching bands. There's a lot you can do having 2 of the same, from leg exercises to upper body exercises. Which variation are you going to do?
I guess if you're using those 3,
I did kind of bogo.
I guess I'm going to stand on one. That's the same weight as what Sean is pulling.
That's going to be pretty tough, but see what you can muster.
I'm
If it doesn't move at all, let's say you go first. If it doesn't move at all, I'll trade bands with you. I still need a run.
I could go run and grab the red one if I wanted, right? Like if I.
Yeah, I think that's too easy for you.
No, I meant like to do then
to
have
do this
the
thing?
weight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Let's see how you do here. It's criminal that I don't have you on camera. You're beautiful. I could be acting for all you guys know. She could be sitting on the couch watching Kardashians. What's on no, dude?
Oops.
You're not gonna do it?
Well, I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna
do it together.
Yeah.
The family that band presses together. I set myself up to fail there.
Yeah.
That you cannot make a rhyme out of that. Okay, here we go. Curl them on up, however you like. You might be familiar with barbell pressing. That's this. Or dumbbell pressing. What the bands do not allow is any momentum. So there's no little like push press. Doesn't do me any good.
Still feels good to do it though.
Who knows? Maybe it does get the muscles to contract harder. I'm gonna do one more. Or not. I'm just gonna get something that occurred to me in the middle of that set. Oh yeah, my handles.
Holy moly.
Yep.
Holy moly. Hey, grab the red band while you're in there, please. Merci.
I don't see any more handles. There's one.
Let's look at the handles.
I know for a gosh darn fact I've got 2 of these. But I can only find one.
Hey.
I want it.
I know, how about you come and talk and I find it for you?
Oh, I found it. Good thing you were here.
Mm-hmm.
Here you are, Alice.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm going to do because that was dreadful and I didn't get many reps and I would like a few more reps. I'm going to apply these handles to my vandals. These are a nice little addition. I suggest them. If you order something like this from the internets, make sure it's this kind that has the clip. If you just get the type that are just a D-ring, they need an additional clip. Yes, you could just slip knot your band around it, but for the amount of time you're adding to do that, it's like, you know, how much benefit are you getting for the handle? Plus, you also shorten the band a little by doing that, so now you made it harder. Okay. Have we rested long enough?
Yeah. This is exciting. I want to see this.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here, isn't it?
Yeah.
How to hack your...
How to train heavy without weights.
There you go.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun times. Warren Lean. Capiche? Got my handles ready, and away we go. Urgh. Yes, I like this much more. It's lightened it a little bit more because it extended the band basically. Urgh. But it also is just a little nicer on the wrists. Urgh. Alice, I think I got an order. Speaking of double bands, I got to get another red and another black. Because there's so many times I've wanted to the lighter. Our neighbor's looking at us. Well, wouldn't you?
Oh man, I'm counting my reps. This is hard.
Do you think Rear Window could ever happen now? I feel like who cares what your neighbors do? With the internet, you got a trillion channels. Who watches your neighbor?
There was actually a book and actually some art exhibits around a photographer would roam the streets of New York.
Yeah.
And take pictures from the street, and then it was like, is that art or is that?
Voyeurs.
Yeah. Okay, am I taking everything?
No, just you.
Oh.
Let's see how you do with this.
Oh my goodness.
You're strong as an ox.
All right.
Strong. You're good at press.
For the record, I will show the people. I know they don't
In
believe.
case you.
In case I can't do it. All right. So this is where I was, and I just have my hands flat underneath.
Smart. Very good.
And so just this last set, I did 12.
We'll let you recover for a couple hours. We're totes going to be ready for the 7 p.m. clap tonight.
I mean, I don't know. Depends on how much else you got going on with this.
Nah, we're sticking around. We're even going to do triceps in here. Okay. Without much rest, she looks ready to go. Nice. Pleasant, right?
It
Different.
is. You know, it's interesting for me because of my height. It like doesn't get hard until I'm halfway.
You might even benefit from standing on the things, not the thing I've done over there.
Exactly. So
If it's too light, I mean, do you feel like you only have, or you could do that?
yeah, let me just see the difference with this.
Option A, option B.
Oh yeah, this. Oof, this is hard.
Too hard? Or good hard?
Like 6 reps, 7 reps, and they're gonna be shaky.
You know, you could do a drop set. You want to start with that and then switch to the D's. The D handles. You want to try that?
I don't.
Yeah, do that. Good.
Okay. But wait, I literally just stopped my set and then I came here. We want to go drop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought you were just showing. I didn't realize I was
you're
jumping
gonna
into
do it.
the set.
Yeah. So you're
Got
gonna,
it.
yeah. So rest a little bit longer.
No. If it's no, I get it. I didn't realize what we were doing. I thought you were just like, hey, come over here and try this, because that's how you would phrase it. So sorry, didn't know.
It's like a try out this new carnival ride.
We just like
Rah! Rah! Nice. I need one more of those. That's my guess.
ooh. Just like yeah, they don't fire. It's just differences.
Now slide up those handles and get a few more.
I think.
Unless you're in pain.
No, I don't actually care for the handles with this, but I'll do it. I don't.
You find it's more comfy on the wrists or whatever with just the
I
bands.
just, like it just. It's like the other one's tons of work, and then this one isn't that much work. Like it goes down to like nothing.
Just do 6 more and stop pretty much where you are. So come down just to there. Oh.
Wait, that was the wrong.
Now 4 more.
There. I can see the differences of my right and my left. See?
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie, there is a possibility after all that the bands are slightly different in tension, even though they're like clearly the same mold, just different colors. The blue one is probably 2 years older.
I think they're the same tension. I think it's. I mean, it's. If both of my arms were exactly the same, that'd be insanely weird.
That's true.
That's like, so.
There's also nothing wrong with a bit of asymmetry. We all are a little
Yeah, totally.
dominance of sides.
Right. No, we're humans. We're not robots, so we're definitely not symmetric. So yeah, I could tell the difference in those. That's it.
All right, I've had enough rest, so it's my time to shine. Grrr. One additional benefit to bands is the instability. So these guys are challenging my rotator cuff more than a machine. Like much more than a machine. More than dumbbells and barbells. Two more. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, what was that? 2?
3.
3? All right, that's enough of that. It's tricep time. Okay, here's the deal with triceps. Similar idea that I just showed you. You can do that kind of thing. Show you what I mean if I can get this off. I'm going to do an overhead. Now, you could just step on this with your heel. That would be just fine. But I am going to, wait a minute, I did that wrong. From the top. I'm going to double this guy up. So now I have a nice circle here, double band. I'm going to be standing on it. I'm going to have the black band behind me. There we go, that's what I meant to do. Okay, it's all coming together now. So, it took me a while to remember. But you get the idea? I've put the longer band around the rolled up band, or the doubled up band, and now I'm going to do overhead press. It will kind of bump you in the butt, but it'll get the job done. That might be, oh, you got the red one, good thinking. Good, you followed along well. Now try not to hyperextend your back, keep your ribs down. If, whenever you're doing tricep-y stuff, you feel a ton, or like a sharp pain in your elbow, be careful. Play around with the angle. You can try more straight up. You can try more out to the side. Play around, see if you can get rid of that discomfort, if you have it. Sean, are you projecting? A little, I get that. All right, that's enough of those for me. That's a little much. I might do the, instead of
Postage band?
long, I don't know. Instead of long band. How'd you do over there? Do you triceps? Exorbitantly so. I just wanted to say exorbitantly so.
I probably could go to the black band and not do as many reps, or I could do as many reps.
Let's stick with it. We're just gonna do it another set. Take about 20 more seconds. So you can see what I did. I had the bottom one doubled up. That proved a little much. I now got the heavyish band around my feet. I've got the medium band looped around that, and now I'm going to press that. What a nice fashion statement.
What I'm going to do, so the last time I had my hands in prayer, we just press it this way.
Yeah.
Up, I'm going to keep my hands wide
Good idea.
and see how that functions. Alright.
So keep them ribs in. Well, it's recycling day out there. Thought that would, I mean, it is, but I thought that happens in the morning.
Yes, but there are fewer people working these days and stuff, so they just be under.
That could be it. Okay, 0 more of those gonna happen. I'm gonna rest a minute and then do 1 more set of those. And that will make the time. Oh boy, did we fly today. Guess what time it is?
6:10.
It's slow. This is push day.
Alright.
We did 3 sets of push-ups, 3 sets of shoulder press or overhead press. Trying to do 3 sets of try, and that's it. If you're dying to, feel free to do another push-up finisher or something at the end. Those are popular, but I think we're gonna be done. One more, I think. What did we end up doing? We did the hollow bodies. We did the feet are under here. We did the dead bug. What else should we do? We did a plank in the warm-up, but that was a warm-up plank. That was just to wake up the core and the shoulder blades and all that stuff.
No.
We could do a loaded plank, push on each other. She's like, that's not what I was thinking when I said abs.
No, it wasn't. But I'll do it. I'll do it ever.
Loaded planks are fun.
I want my 8-pack.
I don't know why I did this way. Here we go. All right, folks, you ready to do your final set of triceps? Overhead tricep band press. Urgh! However you want to grip it. I like the neutral, like this. Hammer position, sort of. All right, away we go.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, when are we gonna watch that Star Wars movie? It came to Disney Plus, which I steal. Actually, I don't steal.
You pay for
I paid for it. But I was a bit of a Native American giver. What is the expression now? You can't say giver, which is a terrible expression when you think about it. Because really, we were that. Yeah, here's a peace treaty. And then a decade later, we changed our mind. Beat it. Ugh. I'm going to do like 5 more. But yeah, that's what I did. I got my sister Disney Plus, and now I use it. Okay. All right. Guess what? You get to go first.
What?
Plank.
Okay.
Where's your phone? Can we borrow it?
Yeah.
Just because we don't have a timer handy.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Well, we kind of do. There's a timer on that. So, all right.
Hi, Bree. Hi, Bree.
Agreed. We're going to do a 30-second loaded plank.
Alright.
Tell me when you're ready.
Reset. Alright. I'm going to get ready.
Actually, you don't need
And then. Ready.
that. Okay. I am pushing on her back substantially. I'm giving her a good bit of weight. If she thinks she can't do 30 seconds, she's going to say so. That's 12 seconds. Now, she's in a high plank. If you'd rather be on forearms, that's fine. She only has 12 seconds to go. I might have not gone heavy enough. You're kicking butt. Now, it's hardest if you push right in their low back, but that is also not without risks. 3, 2, 1. Well done. How was that?
That's fine.
On my mark, I'm going to go forearms. Actually, no, I will go ahead. No, I'll go forearms.
Okay.
On my mark.
You press it.
Get set, go!
You want all my weight? Yes.
Oh, look at that. Climbing on up.
Yeah, you said all my weight. So put all of my weights on him.
Why not take all of me? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, again.
Good job.
Your turn.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, now that I know how much weight you
Holy, holy. Are you going to sit on me?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay, I'll be on my forearms and we're going to try it.
On your mark.
No, not on my low. You have to be on my shoulders. Wait, on
How's
the
that?
shoulders.
How's that?
It's, I mean,
How's that?
can't you just kneel on me like I knelt on you?
You said sit, so I assume you meant sit.
I just
I
meant all
could
your
kneel
weight
on
on me. Yeah, can you kneel on me? On my shoulders. Up on my shoulder blades.
I'll try. Now that everyone is there.
I blame.
3, 2, 1. You got 30. I heard sit, so I sat.
Yeah, but you have to be where the bones are stacked up. Do you want it to be harder? I'll be harder for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show you where Sean sat, and let's see how he feels.
Oh, I agree. It's going to be hard. Here we go. Oh my God, it's agony. 3, 4.
I'm gonna say I weigh
that's
50
it.
pounds
Oh,
less than him. Right.
Okay, higher.
But if you're up by the bones, right? It's like you could play with it and hold it. And it's not as like such a silly man.
I was going to go to the source. All right, that was fun. You can call it a day.
Sounds good.
Oh, my triceps! Oh, my triceps! Okay. Chi off-in. Somebody says. Bye.
Bye.
See y'all, tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah. Full day.
Full day. Woohoo!